Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. There's another paid request, this time from Smacked It Down. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, whatever it may be a while before I get to it, but if you want to, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for an episode I had seen before, but it's been a while since I've seen it, and I might have had a video on this, but it got long gone because of BS reasons. But I'm fine with talking about it. To give better thoughts on it, The Wire, Season 1, Episode 1. This was on HBO. It was a show from 2002 to 2008. I haven't watched much of the show. I know it lasted for 5 seasons, and I've heard nothing but big praise and kudos for it. But I don't. It's not that I don't watch procedural movies. It's just that, or shows, not movies. It's just I know to really get into it, you really have to get into it. I mean, watch the whole season. It's just not a lot of time to do that, especially in this day and age. But what made the episode work were the cast and the script. It was a very well done script. Dominic West is the star, which I think he does better here than he does in a lot of movies. Because I've seen him in movies, I wasn't really big on him, but here, whether because of the script or whatever, he works better. Idris Elba is featured in it. A very young Michael B. Jordan is featured in it. This is a show that I think the first time I ever heard of it was there's a character, and people did compilations on YouTube where the guy's like, shit, 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 shit. That's not in this episode, but that is part of the show. Now, it takes place in Baltimore, and it's pretty much these cops versus this drug dealing group, a family called Barksdale. There's this one guy that gets killed, and Dominic West investigates. I remember thinking, the guy that gets killed, his nickname is Snot Booty? Snot Booty. I remember thinking, what next? Is there going to be another guy named Fart Knocker? Snot Booty. I always thought that was a weird name. I'm like, oh god. But, it got better after that. Now, the episode is called The Target, and there's this trial that's happening where one witness points a finger at someone, but the other witness, she changes her story because she's too afraid. So Dominic West gets pissed about that. So he stiffs the chain of command and goes to this judge and say, hey, there's this stuff going on. There's this drug operation going on that no one knows about. It's a big deal. And so the judge and others decide to do this drug program, but Dominic West gets chewed out because you jump the chain of command. And the way it works with the characters, I thought there were some nice memorable moments, like his superior going up at Dominic West and going, you see this? You now have my undivided attention. Because I went up there, I did not know what the hell was going on, but now I do. Why the hell didn't you talk to me? This is ways of saying and doing it, but okay, that's a very unique, memorable way of doing it. And it's either the cops and the team being formed, like you have this lady and these other cops, and they're talking about they're going to be led by Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick, if you've seen the John Wick films, he's the guy who's like, hello, Mr. Wick, welcome to the hotel. Would you like a room today? And then he gets in on the action in John Wick 3. He's there as a guy who's, you can tell, is a bit more by the book, a little bit more clean cut, which is probably him and Dominic West, who's a little bit more of the road cop. Their heads will slam together throughout the show. And again, the script made it work. Some interesting bits of dialogue. What's your problem? Like his partner, Dominic West's partner, is complaining to him. And Dominic is like, what? You're giving a fuck. Or ain't your turn to give a fuck. Meaning, Why do you care to jump onto this case instead of waiting for your turn on which case to take? Meanwhile, it also goes with the drug business, and you have this one guy who they had to take care of his trial, and you're demoted now because you owe us money. And people like Idris Elba tell him you're demoted because of this. And then this guy has people working under him, like a Michael B. Jordan, who got some money for drugs, but they're fake money. And then you have, this is one of the memes I've seen people use in their videos. What the hell is this? What? What do you mean what? This look like money, motherfucker? Money be green. Money feel like money. What is this shit? You do this again, you're out. And then when they find the guy who fucked them over with the fake money, and they printed fake money to try to get drugs, they get the shit kicked out of them for it. And for a first episode, it's people getting together. I did Dominic West and Lance Reddy and his group getting together to form this team. And they do a little bit with surveillance, like POV of certain security cameras, but not a whole lot. Because they even say that they don't have to not have wiretaps. They have to go more in the future, face-to-face in meetings. But I thought it was focused. It was understandable. It wasn't confusing. Even though it's a lot of different characters, I knew what was going on. And again, it had some nice pieces of dialogue. Fight the war on drugs, one brutality at a time. And then someone else goes, it's not a war. In war, someone wins. And that's kind of the sad fact is you just say the war on drugs, but was the war on drugs ever won? No. That's the thing, is that there will always be drugs, there will always be people. Right, you barely hear people talk about cocaine. I'm sure there's people that still take cocaine, but cocaine is a drug you never hear about. Not in movies, not anywhere, so. On a side note, can someone let me know whatever happened to cocaine? Do people use it? They're just more secretive of it, or marijuana replaced it, or what the deal is? But yeah, you never hear about cocaine anymore. Maybe somebody woke up on it. Or maybe they need to reuse it again so we can get better movies, since the 80s were cocaine fueled, we'd have better films. But seriously, that is true, that the more things change, the more they stay the same when it comes to the criminal empire. And the show wasn't stagnant. Spoilers, super spoilers. At the end, sort of one of the main drug guys we're following, they find this guy dead, and it's the guy who pointed them out in the trial at the beginning of the film. So it shows how dangerous. But you tell the one guy he's a bit freaked out about it. So maybe that'll lead into something else. Maybe not. I don't know, because I'm not the most familiar with the show. Like I said, for what I say, it went on for 5 seasons from 2002 2008. But it does seem like a show you need to binge watch to pay it full attention. And I just don't have the time to binge watch it. But I did. He wanted me to talk about the first episode. And listen, not a bad one. I know this is considered with The Sopranos and other shows to be one of the big prime shows of its time. And because it was on HBO, there was leeway. They didn't have to censor. I mean, it wasn't a violent episode or anything, but I'm just saying they don't have to worry about censoring certain stuff, and they probably have a bit more freedom to do what they want to do. So, not sure what else to say, other than it was pretty decent for what it was, and well done, focused script, and cast worked well. And I see Idris Elba in an earlier role before he really got famous. Because now Idris Elba, that's so crazy. He's now the voice of Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog. Good choice, because I like Idris Elba as an actor, but It's a very interesting choice. I think it's a cool choice. But I mean, hey, you get to be in a Sonic movie. You were in Marvel films. Hobbs and Shaw is the villain. Which, I mean, I liked Idris Elba. The film is what it is. It should have been a lot better. That's the thing with Hobbs and Shaw. I don't hate the film. I still don't hate the film, but it should have been like a 4-star movie, not a 2.5, 3-star movie out of 5. It should have been a lot better with the people involved. It's like, why is it more forgettable with The Rock and this director? And was it the director of one of the John Wick films? I think. The guy went on to do Deadpool 2? Or no, was it? I can't remember. See, the reason I can't remember shows how memorable it was. But I don't hate it. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, decent episode. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.